Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is the next video wherein we are going to be talking about a complete different topic. Yes, as of now we have only talked about the trading world and the trading stuff. This is going to be a complete different video where we're going to be talking about Java, the programming language. Yes, I will be uploading so many videos about the programming languages. I will definitely try my level best to make a playlist for the same so that I will be having a complete set of videos so that it will be easy and useful for you as well. But as of now, I've only decided to upload some random videos, and I'm starting with the introduction of Java. Why exactly the Java is required, what exactly the Java is, and some basic necessary terms that you should know before jumping into this world and getting started with this. So without further ado, let's get into this. So Java, as you all know, it's a programming language. And why do we need programming language? We need the programming language so as to communicate with computers, with machines, because machines don't have the understanding. They don't understand the language that we speak. They only understand the language of zeros and ones. So yes, humans design the programming language as a means to communicate with machines. And Java is one of them. We have so many other languages as well, talking about C, C Sharp, Python, R language, and so many others as well. But as of now, we are only focusing on Java language. It's quite having wide set of applications and wide variety of applications wherein it has been devised, it's been used. So this language was founded by Sun Microsystems in 1991. So it's quite an old application. It's quite an old programming language, and yes, it's been widely used. So what are the essential and key features of the Java programming language? It's a high-level language. What does that mean? High-level language is that kind of a language which is user-friendly, easy to learn, easy to comprehend, easy to design, and flexible one. So initially we had only zeros and ones, by which way we were able to communicate with machines and computers. So in order to remove that kind of a problem, we took one step ahead. We designed assembly languages. Assembly language were also quite complex, and it was not that easy to comprehend by humans. So that's the reason, in order to avoid that kind of a problem, we moved to the high level languages, which is Java is one of them. It's user friendly. It's a little bit, similar to write the codes is quite similar to write it in English. And if you know the Python language as well, Python is definitely one of the easiest language, I would say, that I've learned so far, wherein it's quite easy to write the codes. It's like you're writing the things in English. It's quite similar to that. So Java is also an easy language. You will be able to learn the syntaxes and the logics in an easy way. And yes, Java is one of the high level language. Next feature that we have is object oriented. Object oriented is just one way of writing your codes. You can write your codes and you can write your applications in so many ways. If you write, so as of now, you only need to understand that object oriented is just a way to write your codes. In order to remove the redundancy problem, in order to write your codes in a proper structure, there are set of principles, there are set of proper techniques which object-oriented provides. There are so many further classifications of object-oriented, be it encapsulation, inheritance, and if you are already into the programming world, then you might have heard about these terms. So as of now, if you don't know anything about object-oriented, you only need to learn that it's just a different way to write your codes. You can write your codes in any way, but yes, object-oriented is one of them, a proper and classified way. Next is the next key feature about the Java is platform independent. You can you can execute Java programming code in any kind of a machine. It's platform independent. It only requires the Java virtual machine wherein you need to execute your code. So it's not like you need to have a very specific set of tools in order to execute the code. You just need to have JVM and you can run your code. So it's platform independent. You can execute your code in any kind of a machine. Secure language. Yes, Java is a secure language. It only takes a designated space to execute its codes. It does not require the full RAM and full memory in order to execute the code. So we'll be talking about this. It's just the theoretical part that you need to learn as of now. We'll be talking about this more in detail in the later part of the video. So you just need to have a basic understanding, and you can get this information from any source. So why I'm telling you this, it's just so that you just have some basic understanding what I'm talking about, and before stepping into something you just need to have a little bit of background and understanding, so that it will be something, you know, familiar to you, and whenever you will be asked, you should have some basic understanding about the same. So yes, as I mentioned about the JVM, Java Virtual Machine, so what happens is, when you write your code, Java, it is stored in a file having the extension with .java. And when you compile your code, so the code is being converted into bytecodes having the file extension as .class. So when you execute that particular .class file, that bytecode, when that is being executed, it is converted into the binary code. So that execution part is basically done by Java Virtual Machine. So that's what the Java Virtual Machine is. As you can see over here, this particular process from bytecode to the binary code is being done by Java Virtual Machine. And like I mentioned, it's quite platform independent. So yes, if let's suppose this big circle, which is your complete RAM, and it only takes up the space of this much, which is your JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So like I mentioned that it does not require the complete space of your RAM. It only requires this much of the space, and this particular part of the execution is being done by JVM in this limited space. So that's the reason it's the secure language and it's platform independent. So if you have that JVM Java Virtual Machine in your RAM, you can execute your codes in a complete easy way. All right, so that is all about the Java Virtual Machine. Let's proceed further to JRE, Java Runtime Environment. So Java Runtime Environment, what exactly the term, what do you understand by the term itself? So it's a complete environment which provides the set of procedures and the set of things which is required in order to execute your code. So Java Runtime Environment, it's the environment where the JVM resides, your virtual machine resides, in order to execute your code. And also it provides the environment. So what it means is that it provides all the necessary packages, software packages, and libraries, files, and the components, so as to run and execute your code in a proper way. It is responsible for the successful execution of your Java codes. So that's what it means. It provides a complete environment, the runtime environment for your Java. So that's what it means. So let's proceed further. Let's go to the next slide, and we need to understand this important term as well, Java Development Kit. So Java Development Kit, it's a complete kit because there is a cycle when you have to write your code in its development phase. So when you write your code, it's called as the development phase, till its execution, when you run your code, when you execute your code when in the Java Virtual Machine. So this complete cycle is being done by Java Development Kit, and Java Development Kit is responsible for its complete execution from the development phase. So JDK is equals to JRE plus Development Toolkit, because JRE is only responsible for the execution part. It provides the software packages and components along with the JVM, Java Virtual Machine. But talking about the development, if you add that part as well, then what it is called as Java Development Kit, and that's where the whole execution from the development to the execution phase takes place. So if you have to summarize these three basic key terms that you need to understand about the Java in order to step into this world, Java Virtual Machine converts the compiled bytecode that bytecode file into the machine code is being done by the Java Virtual Machine. So it's the virtual machine which bytecode to the machine code is being done by JVM. Next is called JRE. It is the combination of all the software packages that holds the component required for the successful execution of your codes. So yes, it's the runtime environment which is being done with all the proper required software packages, libraries, and files. This is the runtime environment. Next is called as the Java Development Kit, which comprises of JRE and the development toolkit. Yes, from its development part to the execution side, the whole cycle is being done by JDK and is responsible for that only. So that's pretty much it. These are the only three terms which you need to understand as of now for the introduction. So let's proceed further and write our very first code, because that is what we are going to be doing over here. Because talking about the theoretical, it goes hand in hand, but most of the part will be done on the coding side. So let's implement the very first code. I won't be taking much of your time. I will be just only in this introductory slide. I will only be talking about some basic things that you need to understand. You don't need to, just get scared that what exactly it is written over here. But yes, you just need to understand some basic things over here right now. So first thing you need to understand is that in Java, everything is written in class. Everything has a class. As of now, you don't need to worry about what exactly the class is. Just need to understand that class is somewhat like, as in layman language, we can call it as a category. We will be talking about in the later videos that what exactly the class means. But yes, you need to understand everything is in Java. Everything in Java is being done in class. And the next thing you need to understand is that Java is a case-sensitive language. So if you write something if you do some kind of a mistake in uppercase and lower cases, then you will get the error at the time of the compilation. So you need to make sure that it's case-sensitive and you write the code in the right way. So let's focus on the very first code. The very first line, we are defining the public class apples. This apples is basically the name of your class, and you are just defining your class for the main function, because the main function also required the class. So that's what you have done as of now. Just focus on the syntax. You will be able to understand that in the later part, in the later videos, that why exactly are we doing this. If you have some basic understanding about the functions, then you should have, then you know very well that when we define a function, this is your main function. We open the brackets over here, then we move to define the function in the Apple class. So this is public static void main. In the parenthesis, we pass on the parameters, the arguments. This is a string argument that we are passing on over here. We have defined that this is the string. Args is basically the name of that string. This is the parameter that we have sent over here. We open the brackets, and yes, in order to print anything on the window, we need to use this particular line, System.out.println. And yes, this is what we want to print. Hello aliens. We close the parenthesis. This is a semicolon, and then yes, that's pretty much it. This is the the basic code that we have written over here. Let me also show you how exactly it's gonna look like when we execute this code. So I will be just opening up my Java. Okay, so let me just quickly copy this code, because I don't want to waste much of your time. I will be writing out this code in the code will be in the description box, so that if you want, then you can just go ahead and copy this function. And I will also be giving you the link for this particular this particular page wherein you can compile and run your code, the very first one. So this is your public class apples. This is void main, the System.out.println hello aliens. So let's try to run this code and let's see the output. Okay, so it's been showing hello aliens. This is the code. Let me show you that if you just make a change over here, then how exactly it's gonna look like. Okay, so whatever we want to print over here, we can just put that in the System.out.println. So that's pretty much it. It's just the basic code. We will be talking about the codes in the later videos as well. So as of now, you only need to understand these basic terms and what exactly this all is, so that it's gonna be easy for you to understand. Once you start, when you get used to this programming language, it's gonna be very easy for you to understand these syntaxes and these essential things. So till up until as of now, that's pretty much it. And I will be coming up with some more videos with some more detailed information about Java. So thank you for watching, guys, and looking forward to connect with you all. And till then, see you next time.